order. The meeting of the Coralville Planning and Zoning Commission is September 3rd at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Dokun, Holderness, Sitzman,
Here.
Aaron's,
Here.
Maniza,
Here.
Winman,
Here.
Friedoff.
Here. Okay, do we have any changes to the agenda? Agenda's good as is. Okay, can I get approval of the September 3rd, 2025 agenda?
So moved. Sitzman.
Seconded, Aaron's.
I have a so moved in a second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Roll call?
Sitzman,
Yes.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Maniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Friedoff.
Aye. Okay, now we're on to the minutes of our August 6th, 2025 meeting. Did everybody get a chance to review those? And following review, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion
Seconded, Aaron's.
and a second. All in, roll call?
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Maniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Friedoff.
Aye. Okay, so we have the first item, number 5, is a public hearing requested by Costco Wholesaler to consider recommending approval of amended PUD-B Site Plan for Heartland Plaza Part 2. I'll go ahead and open that public hearing. Any public comments on?
Hi, good evening, Chairman. My name is Larry Jurczyk. I'm a project manager for Costco Wholesale. Let me adjust this mic a little bit. So we are really pleased to be here tonight. This is this site plan has been vetted and worked on for approximately about a year now, and we've worked with your staff, your engineer, with Dave very closely, internal operations for Costco, our engineering group. And we've come up with a plan that expands our parking, which is very much in demand right now. We also took a look at our gas facility, looked at how we can change the orientation of the gas, the circulation of the gas, how our members enter and exit the gas. And we also made some small minor site plan improvements where the proposed roundabout is going to go, that's going to be built and designed by the city at Commerce and Heartland. So why are we doing this? Well, there is a demand. There's a demand, a high demand for additional employee parking. Right now, our employees park inside the building, and we'd like to move them outside of the building to free up space for members. And I mean, that's a basic general concept. We're also looking at our gas, and we're doing this across the country, and I work primarily in the Midwest. And so what we're doing is we're looking at some of our older stations, and this one is about 14 years old. And so we're looking at how we can either relocate the gas on the property, and at times we've bought property adjacent to our property, but here we're basically landlocked. There's really nowhere to go with our gas, so we're looking at ways to expand it in place. And we do have some site constraints around this property. We have some steep slopes on the sides, and as we do on the west side of the building where the gas is. So what we're looking at doing, and I think I'll touch on the gas, is that we're going to reverse the flow. So right now you enter the gas from the south side, and what happens is when you exit, you actually intersect with traffic that's coming in from the south and then traffic coming in from the north. So we're going to redesign it so everybody comes counterclockwise from the north and exit to the south, so there's no cross traffic. So we're improving that. We're also adding 6 additional gas pumps. I brought my pointer tonight. So on the west side, and north is, I'll just call it Plan North here. Thanks, Dave. Yeah. So those are 6 pumps here that we're adding. These are the 6 existing, so we'll have 12 pumps total. The cell tower is gone. Cell tower's been gone for several years. So we're gonna take advantage of that extra real estate and expand our queue so we have a deeper and longer queue for our stacking. So there's going to be no chance of overflow into our interior drive. So we're going to contain everybody in our new queue. Costco has new standards for gas. The spacing of the pumps are a little bit greater, and the drive lanes are a little bit wider. So this will basically incorporate some of those new design standards for the gas. It's going to be a lot easier to move around somebody who's parked in front of you and vice versa. We looked at this property here for some additional employee parking There's about 46 parking spaces here. As I mentioned, right now, inside the building, this is, in this corner here, this is where our employees park. So we'd like to move a lot of the employees here, as well as on the north side, and I'll get to the north side, but we're going to provide about 46 parking spaces here. In order to do that, we're going to have to incorporate some retaining walls. And we've worked with Dave and his staff on ways to screen the cars. So you will not see the headlights or the cars with our additional landscaping or the retaining wall, which we're actually going to be stacking up higher than the curb. So it's going to be actually screening the tops of the cars, well, just above the headlights to the hood area. Along with this parking lot, we're also looking at adding a dedicated right turn lane out. Right now, there's only 2 lanes here. So we have a lane in, and now we have a through lane. So we've added a center lane here that you can go back to the, get your gas, come back and go into the warehouse or exit to the roundabout. And then, of course, this is a conceptual roundabout. We'll incorporate the new roundabout. I just got some designs yesterday, as a matter of fact. So we'll work with the city on how that's going to incorporate. I understand construction will start on that in the spring, and that's what we're intending to start our construction as well. Dave, could you go to the southeast corner of the site? Yes. So this area today is primarily used by employees. So we'd like to change that and get some member parking here. There's no reason why members can't park in this area. So again, this is going to require some retaining walls here. We're going to have to relocate the bike path slightly with new landscaping, retaining wall, and we gain quite a bit of parking here. And the entrance to the store will be at this entrance here. So there's an existing door here, and we're going to rework the grade here so somebody could easily get out with a shopping cart. And we'll provide a car corral in this area here. And Dave, how about the last area on the north side of the building? So what we're doing here, this is primarily used by employees today. And so we're going to rework this to add some additional parking. There's a very large sloped green space area here, so we're going to cut into that and add some parking here. And we're also going to provide some additional landscape islands. Right now, it's just a sea of asphalt. So we're going to comply with your landscape ordinance, and we made these quite large for some bio-infiltration with stormwater requirements. Let's see, what else did I want to touch on? The trail, Dave, how about on the other side of the property? So we're going to extend this trail through our property and connect to the recreational area off our property. So we've agreed to do that. About 14 years ago, I think there were some discussions that Costco would do that. I don't know why it was never done, but we're going to put that trail in. And then lastly, landscaping. Dave, I don't know if you could show a landscape plan. We had agreed back when the PUD was originally approved that we would put in certain landscaping, and for whatever reason, a lot of those trees did not go in. So we went back, looked at our archives, and we're going to put those trees in, plus additional trees for all the screening requirements that your ordinance has provided. So I think we've really spent a great deal of time on the landscaping. We did a new tree inventory. We know exactly what we have, what was deficient based on what was approved back in 2014 or 2013. So with that concludes my presentation. My civil engineer is here, Dan Free, and my warehouse manager, Tyler, is here as well, warehouse manager. So any questions? And I know Dave's got a presentation as well.
All right, any other public comment? Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. Can I get a motion to consider recommending approval of amended PUD-B Site Plan?
So moved, Aaron's.
Seconded, Moniza.
All right, discussion from the commission?
The applicant was pretty thorough in that. The only thing I would add is this plan will gain a total of 149 parking stalls. The headlight screening will be addressed through a combination of vegetation as well as retaining walls. The commission was provided with their packet a retaining wall plan. There will be 5 retaining walls in total. In general, the east and west parking areas will be below adjacent grade, and held by colored reinforced CMU split-face block walls. The top of the walls will have guardrails to protect from falls if adjacent to walking surfaces, and the south retaining walls are above adjacent grade and will be held by a similar wall which extends vertically to block headlights, and landscaping will be introduced at the base of the top of the wall to minimize visual impacts and provide additional screening. That's all I have.
Any questions for staff or discussion? Dave, thanks for all your work on this. It looks like they put a lot of effort into this. I think planning and zoning, or our commission, and the engineering department did some great work on this, so thank you for that. Any other discussion?
I got none.
All right, I would just like to add, I appreciate all of the new green space, greenery that's being added to the site. I love the building, but green space always is very popular to me. I love that. I love the trail connectivity, and it's great for us to approve things that both aesthetically improve our community and also help the businesses that are thriving in our community. So thank you for bringing that forward. So we'll go ahead, roll call vote.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Moniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. So we have approval of consideration for amending PUD site plan. So item 6, request by Forevergreen Development LLC to consider recommending approval of final plat for Forevergreen Heights Part 3, Part 2. This isn't a public hearing, is it, Dave?
No.
Okay. So do I have a motion to consider recommending approval of final plat?
So moved.
I think we got a moved and a
Second.
second.
Sitzman.
Thank you. Discussion or staff input?
This request will plat 56 lots. Lots 1 through 55 will be an extension of Drusicki Drive, and single-family detached homes will be constructed. 3 multifamily buildings will be constructed on Lot 56. City staff have reviewed the final plat and finds it conforms with the approved preliminary plat as well as requirements for preparation and filing outlined in city code.
And this is north of that pond complex, Dave? And that unit? I believe that, because Dolmer Drive is on the south end, so yeah, I believe that bigger
Yeah, there's a
wetland.
stormwater feature here.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
All right, any other discussion on that?
Can you pull up lot 56 for me on there so I could take another look at that a little bit better, please? And what kind of multifamily are they proposing there? Do you know?
3 separate multi-story multifamily buildings, 2-story buildings.
2-story.
So it would be super high then. All right, any other questions or discussion by commission? Seeing none, I'll ask for roll call.
Moniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. All right, moving forward, request by GRD Burleson LLC to consider recommending approval of annex Auditors Parcel 2025047. Can I get a motion?
So moved, Aaron's.
Seconded, Moniza.
All right. Input from staff?
Yes, this property is 6.22 acres. It's part of parcel 0717378004. This borders the Forevergreen Heights Phase 2, Part 2 subdivision to the west, or to the west of that. And this property is in the process of being annexed by the, property north of this is in the process of being annexed by the city of North Liberty. I provided a location map for the commission's reference, and the proposed boundary has been discussed and agreed upon by both North Liberty as well as the city of Coralville. The annexation is 100% voluntary, and the applicant wishes to create a residential development to be served by Coralville utilities. Properties annexed into the city of Coralville are automatically zoned R1 single-family residential. If anything other than that is needed, the applicant will come before the commission as well as city council to petition for that. The property is adjacent to Coralville. The north line of the annexation area establishes the westward delineation between future Coralville and North Liberty boundaries. The annexations will make a uniform city boundary, and a 10-foot strip of land is being preserved between the city of North Liberty and Coralville annexations to maintain the required connections of property and county territory and avoid creating an island as this area develops and transitions from county jurisdiction to municipal jurisdictions. Utilities can be provided at this location, and Coralville staff supports the requested annexation.
And is the current home in this parcel or an adjoining parcel?
The current home is in the parcel to the north.
To the north, thank you. All right, any other discussion from commission?
No.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the annexation?
So moved. Moniza?
I have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any further, I guess we already did that, didn't we? Sorry, guys. So we need a roll call vote.
Winman,
Sorry.
Aye.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Moniza,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. All right, so we got the annexation completed. We're moving on to item number 8. This is a public hearing requested by RDC-FDC Iowa Investments, LLC, to consider recommending approval of, to amend the Coralville Community Plan 1 and use map from the corridor commercial to mixed use for the properties located on 198th First Street and 106 First Street. So we will go ahead and open that public hearing. Any public comment? Nick?
Hey, Nick Hasselscheid Hattery, representing the developer architect in LA for the Gather Iowa project. So here if you have any questions. Thanks.
Okay, any questions for that? Otherwise, we will go ahead. Any more public comment? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And we will go ahead and consider a motion for recommending approval of the land use plan, land use map amendment.
So moved. Aaron's?
And,
Seconded. Moniza?
okay, we have a motion and a second. Staff input?
Thank you. Properties to the west and north were amended from corridor commercial to mixed use in 2021 to allow for planning and design for the development to move forward. Again, this is part of the Gather Iowa development. The two parcels that are under consideration today will be part of second edition and a future phase of this. However, we're just handling the land use map amendment at this time. I would anticipate a rezoning petition to come shortly after. These properties were originally omitted from the petition because they were not under contract by ownership by that development group, and the subject properties now are under contract, which allows a developer to pursue land entitlement efforts such as land use amendments as well as zoning. This is a mixed-use development that consists of retail, restaurant, as well as multifamily uses. The proposed land use map amendment can be considered consistent with the Gather Iowa Master Development Plan, as well as the surrounding land uses.
All right, thank you, Dave. Any discussion by commission? All right, roll call vote, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Moniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. Item number 9, public hearing requested by RDC-FDC Iowa Investments, LLC, to consider recommended approval of PUD Site Plan, PUD-B Site Plan, and final plat for Gathering Iowa First Edition. Public hearing is opened. Any further discussion? I think we gathered everything there. Seeing none, I will go ahead and Dave, do I have to go ahead and close this for both items under this, the public hearing? Those are following actions, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Go ahead and we'll close that public hearing, and we will move forward and consider recommended approval of PUD Site Plan B.
So moved. Aaron's?
Seconded. Moniza?
We have a motion and a second. Staff input?
The original PUD-A master development plan for this was approved in 2002 and updated earlier this year. The entire project scope is approximately 10 acres and 5 lots. Gather Iowa First Edition is 6.59 acres and lots 1 through 3. This consists of the development north of First Street. The provided PUD-B site plan provides an account of uses, parking, landscaping for the entire project for reference. However, First Edition PUD-B site plan and final plat are limited to lots 1 through 3. Specific development details are found on sheet C-101 provided to the commission. Lot 1 is 0.66 acres and lot 2 is 0.79 acres. These lots each contain one-story multi-tenant building for retail as well as restaurant businesses. Each building is 7,000 square feet, and at this time they're anticipating approximately 30% of the area will be used for retail and 70% will be planned and set aside for restaurant users. Orienting these buildings close to Second Street is intentional, as it is important to have a strong commercial and pedestrian presence from Second Street. Parking is predominantly provided behind the buildings, and a decorative concrete and artificial turf courtyard are provided between the buildings. Lot 3 is 4.37 acres. That contains the 5.5-story parking structure as well as the 6-story multifamily building. The multifamily component will have 293 residential units. A pool and courtyard are planned for the interior space, and artificial turf open space area is provided in front of the building. I'll pull up some
So
images there.
does this deviate much from the original plan they had showed us?
No, I think the parking might be off, parking demand might be reduced by a couple stalls, but
Okay.
388 parking stalls were available in the parking structure, and Gather Eye will be a total of 493 stalls. So in short, the first edition is consistent with the master development plan approved or recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission and approved by City Council. I'm available if you have any other questions. Otherwise, I do have some renderings that I can share as well.
Thanks, Dave.
So then Second Avenue will become an improved signalized
Correct.
intersection?
So what was that again, Ron? So,
Second Avenue, which is more of an alleyway.
oh
cut
yeah,
through
that
there.
will become signalized. Okay, I got you now. Which is always hectic getting out on the
Yes.
backside of the Walgreens and everything now. All right, any additional discussion by commission? Okay, so we have a motion and second to recommend approval of PUD Site Plan, correct? All right, let's go ahead and have roll call vote.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Moniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. Our second item, item B on item number 9, is consider recommending approval of final plat for the same development. So can we get a motion?
So moved, Sitzman.
So moved.
Seconded, Aaron's.
All right. Any discussion on final plat? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Sitzman,
Aye.
Aaron's,
Aye.
Moniza,
Aye.
Winman,
Aye.
Friedoff,
Aye. All right, that takes us through all of our items on tonight's agenda. Item number 10 is items for our October meeting.
I do anticipate we'll have a couple rezoning requests, and I do anticipate we will have a meeting in October.
Okay, great. I think there was a lot of great things I saw on tonight's agenda, so that was very exciting. So hope that continues. Any other discussion from the commission? Seeing none, I will ask for adjournment. Motion to adjourn.
So moved, Sitzman.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Moniza.
I call this meeting to adjournment.